Frostpunk has no combat, no wars, it's you against the environment. It hits all the political spectrums. You can have a totalitarian technocracy or a religious supremacy state. Here the idea of fun is subjective since the whole game you're against the clock. In other management civs you get to thrive. Here is more, you get to make tough calls. You need to have your guys eating soup instead of full meals. You need double the work shifts, you need people working 24/7 when things get tough. The game is very realistic because if I was a leader, surviving alone in winter, like Bear Grylls, you need to hunt day, night, till you get the food to survive, or at least overwork till you have enough supplies to survive. But if you're the guy overworking, you just wanna give up, give into depression, fail, die in the cold, or at least not work more than what you need to. In a bad game reviewer mind, every game is like Dark Souls, because Dark Souls is really good. I am also a bad reviewer. I'm a bad game journalist, and this game is like Darkest Dungeon. The main focus of Darkest Dungeon is the combat, 90%. But if you don't manage the stress, they die from a heart attack. In Frostpunk, the main game is the civ management game. But the other 10% of the discontent and hope might ruin your game and they'll kill you. The game is mostly revolved around coal and wood. You always need steel, you always need food, but those are easy to get a steady income and you don't need that much of them. But the more wood and coal you get is really what you need. You need to stockpile coal and you need stockpile wood, and you can turn wood into coal. And coal is also your money in this game, because in this game you don't have money. The coal is, you're gonna be strapped at 0 coal sometimes because you need to pump the generator, and other times you're gonna be full of coal, and it's the money. Getting the beacon ready as soon as possible can really cheat your way to having more resources than you could. I beat the new home scenario, and I will say this mode is really rewarding and short. It took me 12 hours to beat the whole game, but the run that I did it is 3 hours. I have to say, as a management game, it's not very enjoyable. In Victoria, even if you're bad at economy, you can still conquer countries. In XCOM, you can pick the easiest mission all the times. You can farm. In Frostpunk, you do everything right and you get crushed by the story. The main drive of playing this game is the religious versus communist debate, which for me was not really that much of a debate, because in a world where everyone is covered in snow and you're gonna possibly die, most likely, you need to have a bit of faith to not just terminate yourself. I have to say, as the gameplay alone, and only gameplay, 7.5. Now, for the part that you're thinking about, visual and audio, Frostpunk might be one of the best pieces of media I ever came across. The design, the audio, the artwork, the city, the world, everything, even the menus, which I think a lot of games skimp out on the menus, the buttons, the ugly fonts, and the animation of the transitions. Everything is there, man. Frostpunk is a AAA game, but is a indie. The price is amazing. In 2026 you can get the Game of the Year edition for €5. You can get it on Steam, Key website, GOG, Epic Games, whatever, man. It's a really good piece of art. Final score.